I didn't know the name for it, but yeah.
The problem, I wouldn't even say the problem, the concerning factors that it brings is that the Bible has consistency with history. And it aligns with history.
Yeah.
And what has happened with Christianity, we have ran a lot of people away because we used the Bible to do bad things out of context.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
And it says it'll happen.
it does.
Yeah.
It does. We've took Christianity and we've made it this thing that people are repelled by and disconnected from because of what has happened with slavery, the Holocaust. Humanity's worst falls have been scripture out of context.
Or translated wrong, or they didn't even have the same words in Hebrew that they did in English. Like all those things.
There's so many variables.
Yeah.
But the message of Jesus Christ still stays the same.
Right.
He lived, died, and was resurrected. And
I don't know if I believe in the resurrection anymore.
you don't believe in the. Okay.
I don't know.
So
From what I'm reading.
Okay. Are you reading? Do you have a commentary with what you're reading?
Well, so I'm really into Gnosticism now,
Yes.
which is,
It's where you have a divine notion to know something.
but like it's also like delving into like that God who Christians worship isn't the real God, and Satan who like Christians like demonize is actually the real God. But I'm not like really into that necessarily, but like that really interests me because I'm like, like what if? And then I don't know. So there's a whole bunch of different things it gets into, but yeah, it's mostly into believing that there is something there and that it's all inside of you. Because Jesus did also say that, like, look inward to find everything. And what they're finding with science even is that at a cellular level, like we replicate the universe out in space. Like it's just like a Russian dressing or nesting doll. It's like the same.
We're made of the same energy that the stars are made of. We're
And the same
an atom where you're constantly changing
carbon,
shapes.
nitrogen, all those things, like all the same stuff. And it's just like
The Bible defies science, but science doesn't define the Bible.
the Bible and science kind of go together.
They
Like
really
if
do.
you use your discernment, which Jesus also said was super
Depends on what kind of
important,
science you're looking
important
at.
to use your discernment.
If
I got
Which-
a question for both of you, and this ties in both to like science and Bible, and that's like, how old do you think the Earth is? Because science says it's
Way older.
I think
Like,
it's
than
never,
the Bible.
it
'Cause
doesn't
sci-
have a beginning or an end.
yeah,
I
because
think it
science
just
says
has
it's
always
like
been.
because they dig up rocks off the ground and
Well,
cut
we-
into them. They're like, oh, it's 2 billion years
I
old.
think
whatever.
it depends
Well,
where
like,
you look on
yeah,
the Earth.
Like how old is the Earth according to the Bible?
6,000 years.
6,000 years. So when they get those rocks and stuff, the machines and stuff have a certain bias to certain soils. So those certain soils, depending on how much lighting it has or has not had or what water has touched it, could tell that it's been 1 billion years old. Then there is lighting and water and soil that can tell that it's new and that it's 4 days old. So that broad spectrum, I think when we get into all of that, it makes us more divided. I think humanity is an amazing thing when we're united.
Yeah.
When we can look at people, I got Muslim brothers, I got Hindu brothers, I got guys that are Jewish rabbis, and I don't forfeit a relationship because they don't believe the same as me.
It's the same premise at the end of the day, too.
It's a little
A
bit
lot of the- I mean,
different. I think it's a
similarities.
little bit different.
There's a lot
But
of
when we
similarities, tons.
embrace relationship with people that don't believe like we believe, humanity evolves.